old, so my voice is a little, hadn't really woke all the way up. Going out here to take this trash out. Hope I didn't miss the garbage, man. What happens when you sleep in? But here's the deal, folks. The Oklahoma City Thunder, we now have a series. We are tied at 2 games apiece. Yes, we are tied. We're tied at 2 games, and the Oklahoma City Thunder have won. Not only did they win, they won big, and we've got a series, folks. And they did all the keys to victory that I said they needed to do. They played hard. They took care of the basketball. The biggest thing, too, was just they hit threes. They took better shots. They hit threes because they took good threes. At one point, they got a little trigger happy, and then, I'm sure the coach rectified that. They fixed those problems. But overall, they held on to the lead. They were playing to win. They weren't playing to lose. They just played smarter on the basketball court. And that's all you can ask for from a team. Is just to play, just not necessarily mistake free, because there's no such thing as perfect, but they played daggum near perfect today. That's what I can say. They were clicking on all cylinders. They took care of the business. They went out there and they pressed the issue. They forced turnovers again. They converted on a lot of those turnovers. They just didn't make dumb decisions. They didn't take unnecessary challenges. The coach was smart not to take a bunch of challenges and lose challenges, and just a lot of the stuff. They were playing too loosey-goosey in game 1. And I think the real Oklahoma City Thunder showed up to prove that they are the better team, but that don't mean Indiana's out of this thing, because they're going back home to Indiana. And if you're the Oklahoma City Thunder, you just need to win one out of those 2. Just don't come back 3-1. Don't come back down 3-1. You either want to come back up 3-1 or you want to come back tied. So the most logical thing is to come back tied, but if they play basketball like they did last night, they could come back 3-1 up. But you got to be smart. You got to, do what got you there and do what they did last night. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the way the Oklahoma City Thunder showed up. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander looked like a leader. He didn't have an empty stat. I mean, well, not empty stat, but a pointless 38 points like he had before. Where it was him playing hero ball and everybody contributing a little bit. This time, everybody did what they were supposed to do, what they were asked, or what they were called upon to do. And now we've got a series. And they blew those guys out. They didn't waste that lead at the end of the game. And Rick Carlisle was smart enough to realize that they probably wasn't going to come back. Wasn't going to be a miracle this time. And he pulled the plug on the game and got all his starters out there, which was smart on his part. So it wasn't no Tyrese Halliburton miracle this time. And we've got a series. Got a series, folks. And, I don't like to see games get blown out either way, to be honest with you. I like to. It's the NBA Finals. May as well make the best of it. So those are my thoughts on the game. I thought OKC came out and played brilliant basketball. They were smart, and all those things that they did wrong, they fixed those. Not unnecessary fouls. Just smart. And, don't shoot threes. They beat them doing what I said they should do. They didn't shoot as many threes, didn't make as many threes as the Indiana Pacers, which they shouldn't be trying to do that. They're not a 3-point shooting team. They're a 2-point shooting team. And that's what got you 68 wins. All right, y'all. Brandon Love Sports TV. Shout out to the LDBC, Lions Den Basketball.